Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Woo! Oh, I gave y'all old nasty old school Miss Honey shout out. Did y'all hear that? Your girl ain't doing bad. She got issues, but God is good, right? Did you hear how that came billowing out like it did? Yeah, listen, it's your girl, Miss Honey, here for another Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, Episode 3, The Greater Good review slash recap. Listen, I mean, I've been hearing mixed reviews from people all over the land, other reviewers and whatnots about this season. I like it. It's good. I'm really missing my girl Twisted Life in TV. My Twisted Life of Poetry. I don't think she that anymore. I think she Twisted Life and TV now. Survive Beauty. Check out the lips. I really miss her reviews because the only person that give Tariq a harder time, or all the characters on this show a harder time than Badu, one of my lovely honeybees, is Twisted. Y'all pray for Twisted that she get back on the review bandwagon, child. She a little bit behind because she had a lot going on, but check her out, child. She over there doing them reality TV shows over there on WeTV, child. But hopefully we gonna get her back before this season is over, so we can drag these characters. But I'm enjoying it. That was my whole point in starting that whole diatribe, is that I'm really enjoying the season. Granted, we're only 3 episodes in, but still, you guys, I'm having fun. And it's a lot of stuff going on that I have not quite been able to run ahead of, which, we like to run ahead of things. So if y'all have already run ahead and y'all already know what's going to pop off, y'all put it down below. I don't mind. Let's talk about it. But so far, I'm enjoying this episode. I hope you guys are as well. Are you watching the show at all? So speaking of that, I'm coming in here with the old nasty piece of side swoop, a la Monet Tejada. She was giving us old nasty, brassy, flaxeny, side swoop, you know what I'm saying? Reddish, bronzish tone, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm in trend or she in trend, but we both got the same hair color, so boom, boom, boom. All right, so I'm coming in with old nasty piece of side swoop a la Monet Tejada. She was looking good this episode. Good. Okay? Listen, again, super, super good episode. I enjoyed it. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all put it down below. But without further ado, let me remind you guys, if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. Now, I don't do a whole lot of, but what I do, I do it well. Okay, so you can't always guarantee on that. Be guaranteed on that. Okay. And I do Power. All things Power. Raising Kanan, the original Power show. Yes, I'm going to be here for Tommy's whole situation. For some reason or another, they blowing Tommy up real big, like, you know what I'm saying? They putting us on this whole Tommy trailer and, all of the advertisements for what Tommy got going on. I think it's called Force. This is going to be Tommy's leg of the Powerverse branch of the Powerverse tree. And yeah, I was like, they not blowing book 2 up like they blew up Kanan, Raising Kanan, and now Force. But okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of that. So you can always click on the video, baby. I'll be reviewing all of them. I'm having fun. And I'm going to be here until I'm just not anymore, right? Listen, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and do that, and then hit that little bell. And when you hit that little bell, it's gonna be a little drop down, and it's gonna be like all videos, sometime here and there. Just gonna hit all. I don't worry folks like that. I do not worry folks like that, and I don't do clickbait, boo. If it's in the title, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, please understand that. Shout out to the Lord. Okay, Jesus is wine, is water. All right, so y'all already know, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. They say you can't thumbs down anymore, but don't even worry about all that. That's not it. That don't have nothing to do with us. The thumbs up is what concerns us. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Also, comment down below. Let's get into it. Okay, first of all, Professor Milgram's hair. This episode, I was like, girl, I'm on this here reddish, bronzish look right now, girl. But as soon as I get my hands on old 1B30 mix, okay, Professor Milgram, I will see you at the altar, okay? Curls and all, okay? I'm taking you to Jesus, okay? Because you on that straight fracanackle this episode. Your hair is gorge. Your hair is gorge. But I'm with Monet. You Community P. I got a good mind to start calling you Community P, but I'm saved now. And I ain't gonna do it. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking it. I digress. Listen, Tariq goes down to the Intercontinental Hotel where Tate is down there, right? And Tate is celebrating with his brother who is moving on up the police ladder, child. And they commiserating. It's a whole big thing. Now, Tariq done went down there with his backpack, child, and bubble coat and them holy behind jeans and just walked right straight through the door. And there was an officer that stopped him and was like, we think you in the wrong place. First of all, sir, the fact that he was even able to get in the door. Move aside. You know what I'm saying? Like, move aside. If this was any type of reputable shindig, he wouldn't even be able to park. You know what I'm saying? Walk up the sidewalk, let alone come through that revolving door. Which, by the way, is the Intercontinental a real hotel, or is that just on the John Wick? I thought Intercontinental was just a John Wick thing. I might be wrong, but y'all put it down below. He go in there to see Tate. I got to see Yaz. I want Yaz to get out. Tate is said, I got to know more about Sweeney, which means I got to get somebody who know a Weston. Do you know a Weston? Okay. And Tariq is like, yeah, Braden Weston, heir to the Weston fortune, okay, is my roommate. You know what I'm saying? Talk to Braden and see if Braden can get me some dirt on Sweeney. I don't care what it is. It could be a Monica Lewinsky dress. It could be some video, some photo. You know what I'm saying? Ask him if he knows some dark web information that I can get on Sweeney. Because Sweeney got a congressional seat that belongs to me. And after him and Tariq decide, agree that there's going to be some quid and there's going to be some pro and some quo, boom, they part ways. We also see Monet pining over Dante. Now, when we see Monet with Mecca, he is Dante, right? But we know Mecca is cutthroat, ruthless. Connect is the cutthroat, ruthless Connect that Cain thinks he has just happened upon. But something tells me Cain was actually targeted as opposed to him finding Mecca. It looked like Mecca had been targeting the Cain situation the whole time. Now, there is some talk out there on the YouTube streets that Mecca may or may not be Cain's real daddy. I don't know. I can't worry about that right now. Because we got some real situations happening right here, right now. But I do have a pen in it, okay? So don't worry. She got her ear to the streets, okay? Anyway, she trying to make peace between Tariq and Cain, okay? Unbeknownst to her, they got a whole relationship going on, a whole murderous cover-up type relationship going on outside of her child. Meanwhile, she lent Tariq some money, and Tariq owe her that money, and she reminds him before she pulls off in her Mercedes truck, that He best to have her money. Okay, so then we see where Kanan goes to a birthday party of this guy named Nuff. Show Nuff. Nuff. I don't know, child, about all these nicknames, child. I didn't grow up in the streets, child. Everybody just had old regular name where I came from, So, yeah. So it's Nuff's party, child. They got a whole pig there that they roasting upside down. I was like, that pig is not finna get done hanging upside down. The head gonna be burnt and the tail gonna be raw. But anyway, they wanted to be this whole bloody ordeal where the guy's blindfolded. Instead of him hitting a pinata, he got the slice down the middle of the raw. But I was like, what kind of overdone, overdrawn bull? You know what a raw hog smell like? A raw hog that hadn't been processed. You know what that smell like? Child, I was like, y'all don't have, y'all ain't spent no time in the country where y'all think this right here is supposed to be, we supposed to be like, ooh, girl, they had a whole raw pig they was roasting. Child. First of all, when y'all eating this pig at the end of the week, what it take like 12, 13 hours to roast? Anyway, I digress. Anyway, it's this whole display. And they got naked women all fine as get out. Beautiful women everywhere. Nuff is supposed to be celebrating his birthday. Mecca's like, live it up. You know, he got Kane there. You see how I do this? You see how I do what I do? I'm out here roasting whole hogs and what's not to celebrate my boy. Okay, have fun. Turn up. The chef that was doing the sushi last week, he's there. And he's relaxed. He must be the on-staff cook and / partner. Because when Nuff get to talking too much about Mecca having been over in Gulf War, he quickly diverts the conversation so that Cain won't learn too much about Mecca coming out of Nuff's mouth. Now, he done tiptoed around the back of them and sent them on over there to party and dance with the girls. The girls pouring champagne in their mouth. They on the sofa. And then they talking at the same time while the girls is dancing. You know, business as usual. Now, the chef done went around and told Mecca, you best watch your boy Nuff, because he talk too much. You know what I'm saying? He got loose lips. And you might have to sink his doggone ship. Okay? So, they chit-chatting and talking about girls. Mecca need to get in on these girls. Mecca got one girl. He got some old rich bee that he pining over, has been pining over all these many years that he trying to get with. And before Kane can get just a little bit more information out about his mama. Production pop out here in these streets. Mecca shows up out of the blue and chokes Nuff to sleep for talking too much. Now, that is how you deal with a snitch. That's how you deal with a ninja that don't know how to talk about his business and not your business, okay? This is, once again, it's giving me season 1. Season 2 power vibes. When a ninja can get snuffed in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Choked out, punched out, stomped out. I mean, just done up. But don't worry, Nuff ain't dead, child. He just blacked out, child. And they left his blacked out body there so everybody around there can know. Mind your mouth. Mind your tongue. Mind your business. Okay? The girls just kept dancing right around his limp body. The one that was dancing with Nuff was like, okay, he passed out, so let me grind on you a little bit. It's a whole situation. Meanwhile, Detective A-Hole, he got Zeke down there, the police precinct, child, without a lawyer, and he flexing, basically. He playing Zeke out like he don't know who he is. You know, I don't know who you are, Zeke. You just regular old dude off the street, yada, yada, yada. He sees that Zeke's phone is ringing off the hook. They got Zeke's phone and Zeke's wallet. Now, mind you, he is not in custody. He has not been arrested. So at this point, they are basically holding him hostage. They have kidnapped him from his school and taken him down to the precinct and held him hostage. Now, I don't even want to get there. I was about to go through a whole diatribe. Oh Lord, about your rights. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to remain silent. You have right to counsel. You know what I'm saying? If you do not have a counsel, the court like all of these things would have been told to you if you was being arrested. So you're not arrested. You can get your things and you can go at any time. But he's afraid to leave because they got his wallet and his phone. But they can keep your wallet and your phone, boo, if that's what they want. But your person, your conversation, your mental fortitude, you need to be carrying that on down the street, sir. But that's fine. That's fine. Your mama, one of the largest drug dealers in the city. And I'm not sure, not your mama, but your aunt. I'm not sure why she hadn't talked to you about how these things work. But that's fine. He down there just like, I don't know what to do. You got my wallet. I can't leave without my wallet. Really? Really, really, really? Cain wake up at Mecca's house, and in 8 minutes he learns that his product has not only been put in his car and is ready to go, right? The load, but also Mecca learns Tariq's whole name thanks to Cain. He tells Cain, "You don't trust me with the person that the person that I'm supplying the drugs to, okay, trust this individual, Tariq, and you don't trust this individual. You don't want to tell me this individual's name and you don't trust me, so you got to go. After all I've shown you, I've opened my life up to you. I've shown you how to completely ruin a party with a raw hog in the middle of the living room. And you don't trust me? That's how he got Tariq's name. You know what I mean? Mecca then offers to help Cain with his Tariq St. Patrick trust issues. Okay. Tariq meets up with CPS thanks to Tate, and gets denied instantly for custody of Yaz. You ain't got no place to stay. You ain't got no steady income, okay? And she can't go back to your granny because your granny ain't been cleared from all this drinking and boozing and driving and what's not. And so, that's a no on that, Tariq. Zeke still being held hostage by this time at the police station. Carrie don't give a darn about what's going on with Zeke. Now, she is calling him back to back, but in the time it took for the Detective A-hole to leave her apartment when she named Zeke as her alibi, she could have called Zeke. She could have texted Zeke and told Zeke that she used him as an alibi. She could have prepped him, but she didn't. So she in class as usual with Tate and the kids, Rashonda, Lauren, the whole lot, Tariq, and they talking about the greater good conversation, right? Excuse me, you guys. I need to calm down. Whatever the title is what they're going to be talking about in Colonical Studies, you guys. Just footnote if you haven't figured it out yet. Like I said, Zeke is still being held hostage. Detective A-hole tightens device. He's playing the jealousy game. He lets Zeke know that basically what we all know and what Monet has said is that Milgram is community P. He done had Milgram. Jabari had Milgram. Jabari was able to double back on Milgram. And Jabari was doubling back at the same time that Zeke was doubling back, which is not true, but this is how they get people to talk, right? They get you to speak up out of emotion. So he's playing the whole, he's playing the whole jealousy card. Your girl is everybody's girl, basically. So he asked him straight up and down, were you with Carrie the night that Jabari was killed? And Zeke tells him no. Then he want to know, can I leave? Can I go now? No, absolutely not. Can I go? And Detective A-hole tells him, no, you can't go. I was like, it don't even matter. Anything that he has told you is going to be suspect because you have not read him his rights. He hasn't been offered to call his attorney. He hasn't been given a phone call, any of these things. And you've held him now for hours. Everything you've gotten from him at this point is out of duress. But I digress. You see where Tariq goes and talks with Tate again. He needs some more movement. He needs to at least see Yaz and talk to her and make sure that he's cool. That she's cool. Tate wants the Lewinsky dress. What you got for me? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no ball gag with Sweeney's DNA on it or something that your boy can use, I mean, okay. Lauren is still whining. And Tariq's phone is still jumping. She want to know why he's always busy, why he's always preoccupied. You know, last time she showed him her little hideaway spot and he decided to make his drug hangout, or where he stashed his drugs, or so we thought. Braden has expanded that and turned it into a community turnaround spot, but we're going to talk about it. It's a whole mess. He got to go. And she was like, it figures, and she storms off. Well, he done called Bash, Simon's boyfriend, the one who set up the app for their drug situation at school. He done called him and told him he need a job, he need a company, he need a salary, and he needs all the books to be figured up and stuff for him. That's fine. I'll set up a corporation for you. That's no problem. We just need someone to head up the corporation, to send you the paychecks, and that's how we gonna work that. And it's gonna be $30K. $30K? I'm like, dude, he's setting up a whole life for you. Come on. Your mom and dad had... I digress. You want to be in the game? Huh? He too young. He don't know about fame. You want fame? Well, fame comes. Okay? With blood, sweat, and tears, stash houses, and money laundering spots, sir. This is the drug game. Quit questioning the price tag on everything. I want somebody to set up a whole corporation and pay you under the table and have it all be all legit and draw up contracts and you don't want to pay them. Huh? Ooh, Tariq, you get on my nerves sometime. Anyway, Braden and Tariq go to meet Kane for the re-up. They get the re-up. Mecca's watching the whole thing. So this is what Braden has basically done. With his privilege, okay? He has a friend who does 3D printing, and she printed out a fake brick wall with cameras that scan a QR code. It's really a series of lockers, right? And so depending on what your QR code is, depends on which set of bricks open up to a locker behind there, and it could have money in it, or it could have your drugs in it. You just go pick it up. So this is Lauren's getaway spot that no one knows about. And Tariq tells Braden. Braden turns it into basically Grand friggin' Central Station. It is ingenious, but at the same time, a spot nobody hardly knew about or went to now is a revolving door of people. Like, how can you not get caught? All you need is one nosy neighbor. But it looks like genius on the outside, don't it? Don't it look like genius? Yeah, The end often looks like the beginning. Okay. There's a way that seemeth right to a man, but I digress. So Mecca lets Kane know that Braden is his way to controlling Tariq. If you groom Braden, get Braden on your side, then you can also control Tariq and also have an end on Tariq. Basically, Braden is Tariq's soft spot. Okay. We see where Monet is jumpy because her baby bird's got a lot of questions about how she moving and what she doing. and she busy fantasizing about Dante. Milgram is shutting down Tate at the same time for the 15,000th time, and Detective A-Hole shows up. Tate is on the other side of the wall listening in, because he in Jabari's office, and he is telling her that Detective A-Hole is telling her that Zeke said no, he wasn't her alibi. You probably just confused him and had him all turned around, and he was unsure about what he was saying. See, Zeke, everybody know you stupid. Everybody know you stupid. I mean, I don't mean to talk to you harshly like that, but everybody knows that you know what I'm saying, you a little special. Everybody. Okay. Diana goes to see Poppy, her daddy, in jail, because her mama was like, he got too many questions about what I'm doing with Kane, and if you questioning that and questioning if your daddy know, you go see your daddy. And she goes to see her daddy, and they talk all in Spanish, and he telling her family is everything, and I'm the one that said that Kane can come back, and you've got to trust your family, and your family, and she's got the tears. In this moment, did y'all see this scene? Is it me, or did Dirty Diana look older? She looked at least 30. She looked at least 30. At least 30 in this whole episode, really. But in this scene particularly, she looked older. I was like, what you doing trying to mess with Tariq? Cougar. It's funny. Anywho. At the same time, Monet goes to see Dante. Now, why Diana did not tell her daddy that she suspected that Kane was the one that stole the stash in the first place. But maybe she didn't want to blow her mama's spot up that much. But Diana is on to Monet. And she on to Kane, okay? I hope she don't get her neck snapped behind this, but I digress. Monet goes to see Dante. He done rented out a whole dining restaurant type situation, child. They having a moose boosh, small bites and wine, and she playing hard to get. Child, hard to get ain't about ish. Seems that from what we know, her last name used to be Stewart. He called her Nene Stewart. They used to know each other from around the way. And he couldn't really do all the things she wanted him to do. So he went away for these 24 years, child, and got himself all the way together, honey. And now he done came back. He's supposed to be like a shipping magnet. She done checked him out. And like I said, she trying to play hard. Nene trying to play hard to get, child. But he done took her on a heliocopter ride, child. And she done gave him the lips, child. She you give a girl an old flight across the city, child, in old heliocopter, child, and the blades would just magically fall open, apparently. But listen, that side swoop and that fur coat, your girl didn't want none. Okay, so then we see where Lauren, Rashonda, and Becky in Rashonda and Lauren's room talking about the boys. Becky showed them the video that she done took a Zeke after they was post-coitus, right? After she got them mean pumps, you know what I'm saying? And they all like, why would you take that photo? I was like, I would have got that phone and deleted that. But instead, Rashonda talking about mature women and all this stuff, and she got pre-rolled blunts. First of all, don't ever smoke a pre-rolled blunt unless you know the person that rolled that blunt. Okay? I'm just telling you. If you don't watch your weed being rolled, don't smoke it. That's just a tip from Miss Honey to you. That's all I'm saying. You ain't rolled it. Nah, that's like a drink. You leave a drink, that's not your drink no more. A blunt that you ain't rolled, you don't need to be pulling from. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is people is dropping dead from drug overdoses and people lacing blunts and stuff with drugs and stuff that is not grown in the ground somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not all au natural. You know what I'm saying? I digress. But Rashonda offers Lauren a blunt, hit of the blunt, and Lauren is like, no, I got business to handle. I don't need anybody drug testing me and it ruining the rest of my life. Which I'm just like, okay, Lauren, calm down. It's just marijuana. It's just a little weed, girl. But anyway, she got her coat and left. Well, Rashonda put not only the rest of them blunts in her drawer, but she also put pills in her drawer. Like, really, Rashonda? You supposed to be Miss Common Sense, Miss Down to Earth, you know what I'm saying? Miss Keeping It Real. And you stash drugs on your girl? Oh, I lost so much respect for her. And you doing it with a bet. Girl, goodbye. Anyway, that's a mess. Diana meets up with Tariq. Basically, she meets up with him at the spot where they got the lockers at. And she tell Tariq that she trying to meet with Davis to help get her daddy out. But she can't meet with Davis without a referral. She needs Tariq to make the referral, which of course he does. He just has to send a quick text. And on her way down, she passes Lauren coming up, and Lauren is pissed off. She was like, "Dude, I showed you my spot, and you got another chick up in here. Like, what to do?" So he was like, "No, it's not like that. What is it like, Tariq? This was my secret I shared with you. How this hoe know the address?" Girls, y'all got to be smart. And maybe that's why Miss Honey ain't got no man. She too doggone logical. Well, Tariq makes it up to a child. He takes her down there to meet with Yaz. Now, Tate done came through and got him a meeting with Yaz. Now, the CPS worker there, she's sitting over there on the side. And him and Lauren sitting at the table talking to Yaz. They playing the game. And he give Yaz a teddy bear. Just hold on this teddy bear. Know that your brother's taking care of everything. And she said, "I don't want to go back and live with Granny." He said, "Don't worry. You're not going to live with Granny. You're going to live with me." "Really, Tariq? Me and you forever. Me and you should never part. What about Mama?" "Don't talk about Mama. We're not talking about Mama this season. Okay, she's not gonna be in this season. It's gonna be me and you." He has Lauren distract the CPS lady, and he tells Yaz that he's got a phone for her. Push this one number, it's gonna dial him. He stashes the phone in the teddy bear. Y'all know they love a little teddy bear cam, a teddy bear phone, a teddy bear locker, lock it, teddy bear lock it. Check out Power. Last 2 episodes of the last season of the original Power, you'll know what I'm talking about. With the last 2. Anyway. So, it was a cute moment. We see where, come through love scene, Tariq and Lauren get back to, her room, child. And him being a responsible big brother has softened her heart, and is obviously the combination to the lock that is on her knees, and she is straddling him, child, and she done took her shirt off and she done laid down and he on top. "Are you sure you're okay with this?" he tells her. I was like, is she a virgin? But I guess you do have to get permission nowadays, child, with everybody pushing up on everybody inappropriately and whatnot. But it was cute. It was lovely. It was warm, and it was so, 1980s. I liked it. I was like, come through a little scene. And Tariq looked like he knew where his hips and stuff was supposed to go. He looked like he had like a little rhythm and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't just like, like Stacks and Zeke, child. It looked like he was, with the music. He was like, yeah. She was like, oh. I was like, girl, that's just that. Listen, I digress. Y'all know I'm saved now, but I'm just saying it anyway. So, yeah, apparently family obligation melts, panties. Okay. So then we see where, Monet, and her, unshifted side swoop, done got out the helicopter and she can finally retrieve, okay, the voicemail that Zeke has left her. He got one phone call with the police standing there watching him call. I was like, the dude is not locked up. Ooh, I was so pissed off with his rights being violated. Anyway, she tell Mecca she got to go. She said, I got to go. He says, anything I can help you with? She was like, family business. Mind your business. Mind your business. So he's standing there with freshly moist lips, child, and they quivering. And he looking at her fineness drive off in that truck. And I mean, she peeled off. So he knew it was an emergency. He trying to figure out how he can get all the way in and steal Lorenzo Tejada's entire empire. And Lorenzo's Nene. Anyway, Zeke, oh silly rabbit. Y'all, Zeke is such a silly rabbit. I mean, bless his heart. I mean, it's to the point where you just kind of want, every time you see Zeke, you just want to pat him on top of the head. Oh, a little pretty, little Billy. Okay, who's your little baby? Who's your little baby, huh? Who's mama's little special needs baby, huh? You got to let me go. I need to go. Listen, I haven't done anything. Check out my PBA. Y'all, what's a PBA? Now, I think it's a card. That the police will give you when you get out a speeding ticket or something like that. But what do does the acronym PBA stand for? I don't know. Police Bureau Association, like what's a PBA? Anyway, it's the hookup. It's the hookup card. I got a hookup card from Ramirez. Why he say Ramirez? Like I said, silly rabbit. Okay, he's a silly rabbit. Okay. Of course, Detective A-Hole is like, Ramirez, what do you know about Ramirez? What was the last time you seen Ramirez? How do you know Ramirez? I don't know, man. He was at a game. He liked my games. And he said if I ever needed anything that I could use it. And I'm using it because I want to go home. They've kept him overnight. He's missed practice. Like, I mean, he's been in there for like 13, 14, 15, 16 hours. He's been kidnapped at this point. But still, he's a silly rabbit. Child, man, I tell you, Monet came in there and the whole time, Detective A-Hole is like, Ramirez, tell me more about this Ramirez situation. I want to know more about it. And he is like, I don't know. I just know his name started with an aura. She coming in and the police are like, ma'am. She was like, ma'am, yes. Okay, and don't put your hands on my fur coat. You best not muss up my swoop. Okay? She just walking all through, child, like she had, you know how your mama used to come to the house, come down to the high school to whip your behind. Not the high school, maybe the middle school. They'll whip your behind and she got on house shoes and hair curlers and a house coat and she slapping them house shoes as she walked down that hall with her hands on her. Where's my baby? Where is my child? Where is she? That's how she walked through there, but she was dressed in couture. I digress. Don't touch me. Get your hands off me. Shut up. I didn't ask you nothing. Move out the way. Zeke! It's your TT! Zeke! It's TT. Where you at? Finally, she goes busted up in there. Come on, Zeke. Get out of here. Don't you say another word to these heathens. And they was like, ma'am, we're questioning. You shut your mouth, Detective A-Hole. You don't question my nephew. You don't question me. Okay, as a matter of fact, I don't even know why you not on your knees. Zeke, get your stuff. Get your phone. Get your stuff. Let's go. She got him, and he was like, Auntie, I didn't know what to do. And she was like, zip it. Meanwhile, Tariq, laying there post-coitus with Lauren, finds out that this video has come out. Where did the video come from? Lauren was like, oh yeah, I seen that video because Becky was in my room earlier with Rashonda and she showed it to me. Why did you tell me this? He's the whole reason I'm still in school. If I don't help him get out of school, then I can't stay here. But didn't you hear that he was going to the NBA? So you should be getting put out any second now, Tariq. But I digress. Anyway, not gonna pick at those scales. So she was like, Tariq, I'm sorry. He was like, don't worry about it. Kiss. Me and your virginity, we're leaving. I got to go help Zeke. So he called Davis. Davis, get down there and help Zeke. So as Monet and Zeke are walking out, and Zeke is like, I don't know. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, W, N, O, Q, Z. Don't stress your brain out, Zeke. We leaving now. You're okay. Just calm down. Davis is here. And Davis is like, I represent this man. He is my client. Monet is like, I did not hire you. Who's paying you? Who sent you? Why are you here? Move out the way. Anybody can get it at this point. She's in there like a mama bear. And Davis was like, you don't want to go out the front door because it's press out there. Going out the back way and let me handle the press, right? That's his client, whether he want to be his client or not. Davis see dollar signs. He goes out the front and talks to the press, cleans up Zeke's name in the press, right? Because the NBA is looking. Monet takes him out back. So, Monet learns from Zeke that he has told about the Ramirez and the PBA. God, dog, I should have took the PBA card from you, but you gave it to me. Why did you tell me I couldn't? You didn't tell me I couldn't use it anymore. I'm slipping, Zeke. I forgot. He was like, you were supposed to take care of me. You were supposed to you're supposed to think for me. You're supposed to pre-chew my food for me. You're not holding up your end of the bargain. This is my life, okay? This is my life. And if I don't have anyone there with me turning doorknobs, okay, and turning light switches on, how am I supposed to function? And she was like, don't worry, baby. I'm going to fix this. And he was like, Dad. Meanwhile, she did let him know it was Community P. They got him in all this mess. AKA Carrie Milgram. 1B30. Okay, so she go back home and she done gathered all her children. Now Kane is busy grooming Braden. Braden done brought him his money for all the drugs. But Braden is short because Tariq told him he need to make at least 30 grand for his part because he got to pay Bash to create this corporation, right? All Tariq has got to do is come up with $30,000 and a president to lead the corporation. So Braden is feeling the pressure. Even though they've got this great business running, it's slow turning the money over. Whereas Kane slinging on the street, he got dudes slinging on the street and he's slinging in the clubs. He making money hand over fist, right? Quick money, right? They both making good money, but Tariq's money is a little bit slower, right? It's more at a pace. Whereas Kane is just getting money dumps, right? And so he tells Braden that he can hook him up. Let me hook you up. The money you got, you short 8 grand. Let me take it. Come on, you go to the club with me and you can flip it tonight. Okay. And you'll have more than enough. Braden is like, I shouldn't do that. He was like, well, if Tariq run, Tariq don't run me. We're partners. Okay, y'all partners. You should be able to make your own decisions. Again, he's grooming Braden, right? To eventually betray Tariq one way or another. And we all know that Braden is all about knowingly or unknowingly betraying Tariq. That's pretty much what he does. He's Braden, betrayal, talk too goddamn much, Weston. So, no sooner than he get in the car to go with Kane get the call from Monet that they got to meet down at the house at base camp because something is going on with Zeke. Now, Zeke upstairs taking a nap, child. His brain is so frazzled. They done made him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and gave him a glass of milk and tucked him in for the night. Okay. And so they all sitting there talking, the two baby birds, Diana and her brother, what I call him, Cream Corn. and Kane is there. And Diana want to know why Kane is there. You know why Kane is there. He a part of this family. But Monet is blaming Kane because Kane had got rid of Ramirez. And Zeke tried to use Ramirez's PBA cards. Oh my gosh. To get out of being questioned. Not arrested, but questioned. Of course, Kane blames Tariq. Kane goes down there in the same ish that Monet gave him, he gives Tariq. But not before the two baby birds, Diana and Cancun, questioning where was Monet when Zeke got picked up. I told y'all Diana got her eye on Monet and what Monet is doing. Now, when Diana went to talk to Davis about getting her daddy out, and he told her he couldn't get her out. He couldn't get her daddy out. It was an airtight case, and Stacks was there. Well, later on, Stacks with the girl that he's smashing, and they keep trying to make it seem like Stacks is just hung low, child, and he's swinging wide, child. They all laid out like they done just had. I was like, what is y'all, 45, 46, 47 years old? Y'all is not slanging P and D like that, boo. No. Let me think back. Well, maybe. But still, I don't believe it. I don't believe Stacks got nothing to work with. I digress. Anywho, he talking about this case, and he messed up a case, and it was a chance to make good money. Well, tell me about it, she says. Now, you know, she worked for the people down at Detective A-Hole's job. You know what I'm saying? He really shouldn't be trusting her in these conversations. But this what I'll be saying about defense and prosecutors. They could be in bed together. You don't even know. You feel like your defense attorney is working in your benefit, and they really working with the prosecutor and the judge. Okay. I digress. Anywho, he talking out of school. You're not even supposed to be talking about this girl case. Lorenzo Tejada. And then she talks about the guy who helped prosecute him. Well, this guy who helped prosecute him, this Walt guy, evidently he's not in the business anymore. He don't have his paperwork no more, child, because he done got caught stealing, child, for drugs. Stealing evidence money, child, for drugs. And it's in this moment that Stacks realized if the prosecutor who prosecuted Diana's daddy, Lorenzo Tejada, was compromised in this way ethically, then they could get all of his cases thrown out. Basically. So he done text Davis and told Davis, I think we can get Lorenzo Tejada out of jail. I was like, ooh, child, this meant to be slaughtered hogs everywhere. Ooh, it's a mess. Anywho, like I said, Diana suspects Monet on her moves, and Braden now is officially president of the fake company that pays Tariq. And Lorenzo Tejada is getting out of jail. Child, that is the episode. Huh? That is the episode. What? Yes. Braden gave his money to Kane to flip. Braden had to go. He decided he wasn't going to stay with go down to the club with Kane. Kane had to go. He gave him that money. He took the money and said, meet me tomorrow morning with the residuals, with what you flip. Kane come back with more than the money that Braden needed. So Braden is like, dude, he telling Tariq, we can make a lot more money out on them streets. You can also get jammed up, locked up. Dude, you got money. You got money. What is you doing, Braden? I don't like him. He might not be a snitch, but he's gonna probably get a ditch before this season is over. Y'all tell me what you think. Y'all put it down below. And you signing your name on a fake company to be a fake president to pay Tariq for a fake job, it's going to blow up, child. It's going to blow all the way up. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode. Y'all put it down below. Listen, and until next time, honeybees. Okay? Mwah, mwah, mwah. I holla.